What's up, my peoples? This is Pastor Curtis from the Journey Metro East, and I am back with you for the 6th episode of Wisdom on Wednesdays. And this week, we are talking about the exciting topic of politics. The one topic that, stirs everybody up one way or another. And if you're here at church on Sunday, you heard the sermon from Pastor Jeremy talking about how do we as Christians engage in politics. So this Wisdom on Wednesdays, what we want to look at is, what are practical steps that we can take to live out wisdom when it comes to politics? So first, we want to be engaged. The posture that we should take as Christians is to be learners, right? To be always open to learning more. Posture yourself to recognizing, I don't know everything. I may be wrong in my position. So let me enter in seeking understanding. Remember, the posture of someone with wisdom is seeking understanding, seeking wisdom. So let's apply that to politics, all right? Be engaged. Read. Learn more. A couple things that you can do to this end, If you have not listened to Pastor Jeremy's sermon, I want to encourage you to check that sermon out, right? It was a very practical and wonderful picture of him defining the role of government in the world and how Christians should view the government and engage that. I want to encourage you to check that out. Maybe you're a reader like me. A couple of easy resources for you to check out and read more. First, there is Politics According to the Bible by Wayne Grudem. I want to encourage you to read that. Another one is God and Politics by Mark Dever. Really simple resources, but resources for you to learn more. Many of us don't know really what we think about political issues or how to even engage in political issues. And we want to learn more about politics, not simply learn more about our particular party and how we argue against other parties. We want to learn more about what is the Lord's heart for politics, for government. So be engaged, be a learner. Take time to be educated on that. Not only just be a learner from resources, be a learner for people, right? So the second, be engaged. Second, be curious. So often we enter into a dialogue with arguments, with declaration, with proclamations instead of questions. Be curious, ask questions. So what this looks like is there is somebody in your life that believes that votes very differently. I have them. I've had the very uncomfortable conversations about why you voted for so-and-so and what does that mean? And when I enter in with curiosity, and when they enter in with curiosity, ask me the extra question of why did you feel that way? Listen, they may still disagree, but they have a clearer picture of the narrative in my life. I have a clearer picture of, their values and what's important to them. And I may still disagree, but I want to value them as a person. So I want to be curious and ask those questions. So instead of posting that article, right, I want you to call that person that disagree with and ask them why they believe or vote the way they vote. And really go to the extra step. Ask them, if I post this article or make this statement, how does this sound to you? Be curious. With Christians, we got the courage to be curious and ask the extra question. So that's what it looks like to be curious. Lastly, I want you to be prayerful. This is probably one of the most practical things that all of us can do. And actually, all of us need to. Because I can almost bet that majority of us do not pray when it comes to government, when it comes to our leaders. And the Bible invites us, challenges us, and commands us to pray for our leadership. And so one practical thing that you can do is you find an index card, all right? And then on that index card, list out politics, starting with the president, right? Then list out politics all the way down to where you locally live. List out names, list out offices, and pray. Put that on your refrigerator, put that on your windshield, put that on the bathroom mirror. List out who they are, and on a daily basis, say a prayer. Pray, maybe they don't know the Lord. Pray for their salvation. Pray for wisdom. Pray that they would lead the country or lead their area towards human flourishing. But that's one practical thing. If there's anything I want you to do from this video, let's pray more. Quite often we will jump on social media and we talk way more than we should. We talk way before we are praying. And one of the things that we can quickly do is quit talking about politics on social media and start praying about politics in our bedroom. Start praying about politics in the privacy of our home. Would you be prayers of our government, prayers of our leaders. That is how Christians are supposed to engage politics and walk out wisely when it comes to the Lord's heart in regards to politics. So, recap. First, I want you to be engaged. Secondly, I want you to be curious. And lastly, I'll say, most importantly, I want you to be prayerful. If there's anything that you can do, please pray more for the government. This is how we walk out wisdom in regards to politics. I appreciate you spending time with us this week, and I'll see you next week.